Deputy Communication Director for the Trump campaign, Caroline Sunshine, and Terrell County, Texas Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland. Caroline, I look at this and you can't shake your head enough.
Well, I'm sure Joe Biden's hand is tired this week from signing all those mass amnesties. I guess that's why he had to retreat to Camp David. Look, under Joe Biden, we have had 10 million illegal immigrants come across our southern border. We've had 30 tons of fentanyl, and we've had 360 names off the terror watch list. That is enough illegal immigrants to swing an election, should they be allowed to vote. That is enough fentanyl to kill every American citizen if they're not being raped or killed by alleged illegal immigrants on hiking trails like Rachel Morin and Laken Riley. And that is enough potential terrorists to cause another 9/11. Meanwhile, you have Joe Biden saying the American people, they don't understand what's going on at the border. They don't understand. Well, I'll tell you what Joe Biden doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that a majority of Americans do not want mass amnesties. They want mass deportations for illegal immigrants. And that is exactly what they are going to get under President Trump. President Trump was in Wisconsin this past week, and he looked at that crowd and said, I am going to restore the sovereign borders of the United States of America, so help me God. And that's exactly what President Trump is going to do on day one back in the White House when he launches the largest criminal deportation in our country's history. And he's going to do it with the help of our terrific men and women of law enforcement.
Yeah, no, but Thaddeus, let's talk about this. You're a sheriff down there. You deal with this every single day. Let's say you're on that moderator desk and Joe Biden quips back at you saying, I have done more to combat illegal immigration than anyone else. What are you going to say to him?
Hey, Carl, look, I'm a lifelong resident of the U.S.-Mexico border. I spent 26 years in the United States Border Patrol, and I've been sheriff in Terrell County on the U.S.-Mexico border now for just over 2 years. There isn't a single thing that any person, politician can tell me about the border. There isn't anything that this administration can tell me about the border that's factual. Look, I've said it many times. I got hired under President Clinton, worked through President Bush, through President Obama, through President Trump. We got to the most safest and secure border that we'd ever had. That was all dismantled in a matter of about 6 months by the Biden administration. If we do not get voters out, if we do not make a change at the White House, we're going to have another 4 years of just, it's worse than a catastrophe. What word do we want to use to describe it? It's time for a change. We need to get voters out. And when I speak, I don't use political speaking points. I don't use DHS speaking points. I don't use Governor of Texas speaking points. I use my own speaking points from a lifelong law enforcement career on the U.S.-Mexico border.
Yeah. Real quick, Caroline, I got about 20 seconds left. What's the Biden talking, like, what does he have? How's he going to combat the notion that he's screwed everything up?
Oh, don't worry, Carl. It doesn't matter because no matter what it is, it's going to be a cheap fake, right? He's got the mainstream media already running cover for him. Yeah, it's a cheap fake. Don't worry about it. Don't believe your lying eyes.
Yeah, exactly. There's no border problem, Thaddeus. You've made everything up. We're not going to believe anything. Just everything's secure. We got to leave it right there. Caroline, Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland, appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Carl.
All right. Coming up.